He was like, "Yo, man, I can't be on this side of town too late." I said, "Man, I told you you're gonna be at 5 o'clock, man. So what's the problem?" You know?
Peace.
Yeah. So,
Us.
yours,
How's
man.
everything going?
Everything's going well. Just sitting here. I got my lamb chops sitting out.
uh,
Just basting and stuff until I finish this broadcast. I'm gonna throw them on the grill.
that's what I'm talking about. Got them
Yeah.
marinated and waited.
That's right, man. Marinate it, get it ready, man. Got my
Yes.
vegetables already. You
Yeah, so
know.
the flavor.
That's right.
Yep. How's everything with you today?
Everything's going well, going well. You just that you just trying to do some things around the house, but hold on a minute. I give you this. Okay. See, all the emails are coming in now.
Yeah, I
Never
know
fail,
exactly.
man. Every time I get busy, people start sending me stuff. You know,
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Hold on,
I
let me
told
check.
people, I said, don't bother me between 5 and 6. I don't know how long this podcast is going to go, but I got an hour. Do not bother me. What
One
happened?
two one two.
You
Yeah,
know,
let me check my Let me check my what's the name right now on the USB. Yeah, 1212. Good, that works. Good. Yeah, yeah. Oh man. Yeah, man. So I'm definitely happy, that I was able to get you on here. We've been talking about doing this for a minute.
oh yeah,
Um, get it together and me interviewing you about your life, your life, not even your life story because it's so vast. You've been doing things for so long. But before we're gonna get into this, all right, we have Danny Hanshi Clinkscales, all right, Master Disaster, EP System, his own system, Dan Hakai, been doing things all over the world for a long time. But before we start this, we're going to start it off with the Wheel of Topics, all right? We're going to have the Wheel of Topics start us off,
oh,
all right? And we're going to go into, we got like techniques, humility, basic things that, we go through as martial artists. We're going to spin the wheel. Let Chance start off what we're going to talk about in the beginning. All right. We got fight or flight. All right. What is
fight
that?
or flight.
Yes. What does that mean to you? As a teacher, as a martial artist, what does
Well,
that mean
first
to
of
you?
all, being in martial as long as I've been,
Mm-hmm.
that fight or flight means to me one thing. If you can avoid a fight, avoid it at all costs.
Yes. Yes.
Well, you ain't got no choice.
Yes.
Defend yourself.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? I'm from
Yes.
old school.
Yes. I
I'd
know
rather be
exactly.
tried by 12 than carried by 6. You know what I'm saying? you know, that's
Tried
the
by
way I
12 or carried
roll,
by
man.
6.
That's
Yes.
right, man. Cause my wife will tell you, boy, she be like, honey, don't let this person get on you. I said, listen, as long as he don't touch me, we good.
That's what I'm talking about, my
You know what I'm
brother.
saying?
Us. Okay, born Sagittarian, December what, 13th?
That's right.
All right. And that
1952 is the year of the Lord. You know what I'm saying?
that's that fire energy. What was your upbringing like? You being a kid growing up. Did you grow up in Brooklyn?
I grew up in Bed-Stuy.
All right. What part of
Right,
the
right,
style?
right, right across the street from Bedford-Stuyvesant.
Oh
So
wow.
I mean, from Tompkins Park, up in the old do or die.
Yes,
And
yes, yes.
Tompkins Park was like a melting ground, like
Mm-hmm.
for me, Catan, Moses Power, Lil John Davis. I can go on and on, man. William Oliver, Cloyd Battle. And incidentally, Cloyd Battle was one of the first guys was one of my first teachers.
Wow. Wow.
Because before I started out doing the Shotokan, I was doing Kyokushin.
Mm-hmm.
And Clark was to pick me up from my house, said, "Come on, roll with me." Because man, he was fix bikes together, ride bikes, and he showed me how to make a fixed bike. We used to go down there, and that's when I met Nakamura. That's when he was Kyokushin, you know.
Yes. Yes.
And
Yes.
that's when he was down there at Lafayette, man, 30 Lafayette Avenue in the Academy of Music on the second floor.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Wow.
Wow.
So a lot of people that know me, they knew that. But I go back in the days when Lil John Davis was coming into Tompkins Park with Mo, and I first met Mo over in when I was like in the 7th grade in 258.
258. Wow.
Right. Guess what I was doing? I was playing basketball, and I seen this guy up there flipping this guy around. I was saying, "What the hell is that?" The gym teacher looked at me. He said, "Where are you going?" I'm going to see what that is all about.
That's funny. I went to 258.
You know what I'm saying?
I went to 258.
You know what I'm saying? And ever since then, when Mo and them just come into the park, man, he be showing me routines and asking me, "Okay, let me see you throw a round kick. Let me see you do a front kick. Let me see you do a side kick." Now I'll be demonstrating for him and stuff. Bouncy, low. Man, it was a melting pot back in those days, man. And what was so good about that was then we didn't have, a lot of people have that tunnel vision. They don't see things one way.
Yes.
But there was a whole bunch of people, Goju people, Kyokushin, Shotokan, Ishinru, Wado-Ru, Kung Fu, Savate. Wow. We had a couple people that was doing Savate there at that time. And we always come in the park, man. We said, okay, you know that. Okay, let's see what worked. And we stopped fighting each other because back in those days, that's all we did was fight.
That's the martial arts gumbo.
We weren't into that kata until much later. We did katas, but we were about fighting. We want to see how to break a nigga up and see if this is going to work, man. But back in those days, man, when people roll on you, they didn't roll at one time, man. They roll with you in a group.
Yes.
So me and Gatan, man, and Charles was another brother, Big Ricky. He's no longer here. Later on, Shim came through. I can go on and on, man. It was like I said, it was a melting pot.
I see you got a deep connection with your cousin. Tell us about that. Tell us about know him for so long and growing up together.
Well, that was it because a lot of people didn't know that Prince started off doing 7-star praying mantis.
Okay.
Before he went over to the EP system and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And people don't know that, because like I said, when we was kids, man, we used to see all these people coming into the neighborhood doing this, doing that. And they used to come in and in Tompkins Park, if you came through the park, there was only 2 names that people wanted to come see and come fight. That was me and Prince. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how we go. Because we went everywhere. We sparred pretty much everybody. Yeah. We were friends with Tom's Dojo, friend with Evansville or Shotokan with Bobby Renee and all of them guys, man. So we sparred, man.
Yeah.
We go 15 deep. And there's only 2 people that shows up that was sparring. It was me and Prince. When we first showed up at EP, you know what I'm saying? We came up with a bunch. It was only me and Prince that sparred. So that's how we got into EP.
Let's change it up a little. You went to John Adams.
Yeah, John Adams High School.
What were some of your fun memories there? Were you into academics, sports, or? Well,
that's why I went to John Adams because I was so much of a how would you say? My mom wouldn't allow you to have anything less than an A-.
Yeah.
And actually, I had put in for boys' high school. And because of my academics, that's when they sent me John Adams and that busting crap. Okay. I still don't understand it to this day. Why they think I can walk to school to boys' high in 5 minutes? They put me in a damn train and a bus to go 2 hours just to go to school. But academically, when I was over there, it was pretty much an all-white school. Because it was in Howard Beach. A black dude from Brooklyn in Howard Beach, So we had, and thank God, the other few people that was there was a guy named Warren Bell. He was from Kyokushin.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there was another brother named Roosevelt Miller. He was from Kyokushin. You know, and so I was able to, since these dudes know, and the gym teacher was named Mr. Doherty. He was in the judo.
Mm-hmm.
So we made a connection there, you know. So, and surprisingly, at what people think, I never had no problems in Jordan. I mean, though it was a white school, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because academically, everybody liked me, white and black, and a few blacks that was there, and the teachers loved me, the girls liked me and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and I played basketball, I played handball, I did fencing, you know what I'm saying? This is something that wasn't in the hood, man, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
I
it's
had an
different.
option to run track, you know, I played football for a minute or two, you know what I'm saying? I was Adams. At first, before they changed the name to the Spartans, we used to be called the Trojans, and we used to have fun with that Trojans. You know, you know, what the hell is this name, man? You know, people pick fun of it. Then then the school got together and changed the
Oh
name to
man.
Spartans. You know,
Yeah.
you know.
What
You know,
age did you? What age did you go to LIU?
LIU, I came in my later years when
Mm-hmm.
that was more like going there for sports science. I
Okay.
met Dr. Stidovich. He was into sports science. He's also a master Shotokan practitioner of JKA and Jedovich
Mm.
and all of them guys. And a part of the curriculum of Miyazaki, Kanamura, Nakamura, William Oliver,
Mm.
uh, there's just a few names, Lou Correa, was a few names. The part of that LIU University thing was a curriculum for people to do what they were doing in Japan. In
Okay.
Japan, when you go to school and become a black belt, it's an accredited a diploma that you get in the education system.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I
So
noticed that.
so they did the same thing here with the LIU. So they did the sports thing, and so you was based in the karate organization JK, the U.S. National Karate Association, and the Long Island University diploma you got when you completed the courses and stuff. It was a very intense,
Yeah.
you had to do your homework, you
Mm-hmm.
had to do your training, you did cross training, you did the history and all that kind of
Mm.
stuff, man.
Yeah. So it was well rounded. Definitely well
Oh,
rounded.
definitely, man, because that program, I would say to this day, anybody who has the opportunity to get involved, do so, because you come in contact with people, various instructors from various systems.
Yes.
And you get there, not only you be in the same classroom, but you get a chance to be on the same training floor and see
Mm-hmm.
various different techniques.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah.
I just love it, man, because anything that came with block, punch, and kick me, I was down with it. You know what I'm saying? Because people that know me know I go nowhere about my gi. You know what I'm saying? Where I travel, my gi travels. You know what I'm saying? I mean, in country, out of country, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You
Because
know?
I definitely know you as a veteran and a military man.
Oh yeah.
For the people for my Stream Fam audience, what year did you engage in the military?
71 to 75.
All right.
I was discharged in September 30th, 1975.
Mm-hmm.
And that was during the time when we was doing stuff. I was down in Lejeune, and incidentally, the Spinks brothers was down there, Camacho was down there, just to name a few names. Sergeant Slaughter was there, the wrestler.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can go on and on as far as dignitaries that was involved in the system. And when you came into the mess hall, you never knew who you're gonna run into.
Uh,
The thing that come to mind was the Chisholms. You know, the Chisholm was was the all forces time you get out and get in the ring and fought. You know,
mm,
we had boxing, we had karate, and then we had a grudge match.
mm.
If I didn't like you, I just put your name on a list, and we got in the ring to slug it out in front of the
Oh
battalion.
my goodness!
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
That's how it was, man. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that you could not do, you had to be NCO officer and had to be non-commissioned officer. For those that don't understand what NCO is, it's non-commissioned officer. You can't put a commission officer on there like a lieutenant or a captain or somebody on the list and expect to get them in the ring and whip their ass.
Yeah.
That wasn't happening unless you want to go to the brig. You know.
I was going to ask you, which places. So you basically served overseas, or you was in the States?
Well, mostly the times I was here in the States. The few times I went to Okinawa, and the times that I went on the karate team when I went over and competed out of the countries. You know, I went to Mexico. I went to Canada. I went to South America. I went to Venezuela. I've been to Japan twice. I'm hopefully in this stage of the game. I'm hoping that I can be able to go next year when this pandemic is gone, because we were supposed to go. Me and some friends were supposed to go there last year, and this pandemic hit, so we weren't able to go. And one of the reasons why it was a thing for me to go was that the guy who was one of the few of the living legend that was at that time was still living was Concho, Kanazawa, which I was doing some training with him since I left Brooklyn. And going training with him, traveling all over the place, up to various parts of the country, up into Canada and all that kind of stuff. But it is what it is. The martial art is a way of life with me. It's not something I do. It's the way I live. For those that know me, I had always had a gym in my house. Even down here in Florida, I have a gym in my house. My dojo is, I have my garage converted into a dojo. I get up and I train. When most people are sleeping, I'm up training. You know what I'm saying? I got a full multi bag, a Makawawa board. I got weights and all that kind of stuff. I got the bands for the isometric type of exercise and stuff. Keep this old body young. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So and a lot of people, man, to go through what I at this age, I'm blessed. Because there is people half my age that still cannot do the things I'm still able and blessed to do today.
Yes.
I'm blessed that I don't have no injuries. It was serious injuries. I have dislocations, all that kind of stuff, broken toes and all. And I competed when in Vegas and in international games and all that kind of stuff. The AAU, we do all of that.
Yes.
I did all of that. Open competition. I did a few open competition, what we call non-traditional. But I stick with the traditional AAU national base stuff like the Shoto, for instance, like the Shoto Cup, the Ozawa, Kanazawa Cup, and all that kind of stuff. Where you had to be true to form.
What is the difference between I guess the U.S. and the international aspect?
And what form are you talking about?
As
what's
far as
the difference?
Komite and fighting, more like not points, as far as points, the difference.
Well, when I first started competing, there was no safety, there was no hand gear and all that kind of stuff. You had a cup and you had a mouthpiece. That was it. You know what I'm saying? There was there was nothing to cover your fists or your feet. And that didn't come on. That stuff didn't come on too much later. Then we had the cushion thing that they make, like you put on like a little glove. That you put on your hand, and you were able to control your punch. To touch, but not break. But a lot of time, there's a defined touch. Some people touch you like this. Some people touch you like that. You know what I'm saying? And those are and when it was fat, it was less injury, believe it or not. More so than that control stuff. No, don't touch, don't do this, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? You can't do a spinning back kick. You can't do this. You can't sweep. You can't. And my Bobby was something when a guy came at you, like for instance, when you fight, boom, 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 going back, pop, 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 guy came at you, you swept him, whoop up, bam, right away, you punch or kick. That was my Bobby. Fight was all over. Ain't no meaning you getting up and said, okay, let's fight again. Fight's gone. You done with. Real life. Come on, be real. On the street, saying you out on the street, you done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But like I said, over the years, the tournaments, the aspect of tournament have evolved. Mm-hmm. Back in the days, you got into a ring, regardless if you were a black belt, there was no weight division. I can be a guy standing here with me wearing $160, and I got a guy wearing 270 or 250. You know what I'm saying? He wearing a black belt, I'm wearing a black belt.
Or it could have been a female because Brown Sugar and them fought men.
You know what I'm saying? But it was whatever it was. Like for instance, going back to the last few years in the 90s, when you went to Vegas in Las Vegas and competing in the Zawa Cup, you might come in that division. You got people from all over the freaking world there to compete. You might have in your division, you might have about 100 damn black belts in your damn division. And ain't no such thing you're going to fight one time.
Yeah.
You fought several times.
Yeah.
As soon as you fought, you sat down. Soon as your butt hit the floor, Clinkscales, rain fire, boom, got back up and went back in your fought again.
Man, wow.
And then you had the nationals, the regional, and the state, and you got something called a repertoire. A repertoire was said you fought as long as it took you got to that division. Yeah. If you had 30 guys, that means you fought 15 times. Winners go on this side, losers go on that side. Then all the winners fight. Then all the losers fight. Then you came together, then you fought, and that's how you determine who was the champion of that. Yep. You didn't come in there, you fought one time, you sat down there, then somebody come in there fought maybe twice, they go, you're a grand champ. Bullshit. You know what I'm
saying? Let's talk about Fononichi book. The one you told me about, Karate Do Koyoken. Really more kind of like a Shotokan, what is it, like a Shotokan Bible?
The Bobishi is like a Bible.
Yeah.
The Bobishi is something that's probably old school manuscript that's telling you the yin and the yang about the martial art. What you break, you should be able to heal.
Yeah.
It tells you about the different type of herbs you're supposed to take to get the body, because what goes into your temple is what preserve your temple, because your body is your temple.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You had to respect it as such. You had to watch what you eat. You had to make sure when you train, you got the right amount of sleep. You had to rest. You can't go by and don't have the balance,
Yeah.
I think the mind, body, and spirit has to be in equal parts.
Yes.
Because how can you differentiate between the three? Because the three, although they say each one is an individual part, but each one of those them trinities come into and formulate one.
Yes.
You're gonna look at the pyramid. Once you put the pyramid together, mind, body, and spirit, then you had the all-seeing eye, the one all-seeing, all knowledge. That's what it preludes to. Then you have the connection about knowing yourself and how you flow with the universal flow.
Which was the what was written on the temples when you came in, man, know thyself.
That's right. That's correct. Yeah. That's correct. I like to try to live the way I preach. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. When people say, "Yo, you're gonna teach me," and over the years, I'm not that person that because you walk in talking about you want to be teach.
Yeah.
There was a way you had to come in. You came in. I got put you through different types of tests.
Rigorous.
And then you were able to sustain those tests. Then I taught you. Mm. If you didn't, then you weren't worthy for me to teach you. And I tell you, I said, well, then there's a school down the block. There's a school called Crown. If you're on ballet, that's up the block too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is not what we do. That's one of the reasons why when I moved from Brooklyn and to move to Queens, I didn't get back to the EPCS regular as I did because I went to Catan school
Yeah.
Then from Catan school, when we me and him would go to Bouncy school, you know what I'm saying? And then I rolled back to Queens and then go to the Fred Hamilton, the Miyazaki schools out there in the New Korea to keep my knowledge flowing.
Yes.
You know, and everybody said, well, where do you come from? I come from Brooklyn, Holmes. You know what I'm saying? I'm Bed-Stuy all the way through.
Yes.
He said, well, what the longest school you been with? I said, I've been EP. Yeah, I tell people all that. They will say, well, then, EP. What's that? I said, well, then. I said, how about if I show you? And when we get on, they be like, oh, whoa. Oh, yeah, I know now. I said, oh, yeah, I know you knew. You know, you're just trying to play that damn game. But a lot of people don't want to give the
acknowledgement.
The acknowledgments of those that came before us. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the first.
Yeah.
And then I tell you, I was not the best. You know what I'm saying? I had many students that didn't even want to go to tournaments that would whip my ass in a second. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But you have people go out there and say, well, man, I would never defeat it. Blah, 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 blah. That's bullshit. You had to be defeated because that's how come you went to a dojo.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You wasn't born with this knowledge.
Yeah. Let's get to another segment of the show that we're gonna do. It's called Kata Data. Dun, 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 dun.
All right.
And it's basically you're gonna speak on one of your favorite katas and why.
One of my favorite katas and why. Well, this part going to throw a lot of people off for what I'm getting ready to say. Shihan Nidan is my most favorite kata for the simple reason. Shihan Nidan was actually in the evolution of Shotokan used to be Shihan Shodan, and then Geiko finally coach changed it around. You know, he made 1, 2, and 2, 1. You know. So, but Shihan Nidan has all the elements of the advanced katas, like Basai Dai, Kenku Dai, and all, and Gion, etc.
Yeah.
If you can perform and master that kata, that's what them 5 katas was. They was the key ingredients to the Shotokan syllabus.
Yes.
You know, if you knew these katas, then you had no problem doing the advanced katas. Whenever somebody came to me and they said, well, I came from so-and-so school. I said, okay. All right. I'm not knocking that. But do me a favor. Let me see you perform Shihan Nidan. They be like, Shihan Nidan, that's beneath me. No kata is beneath anyone. A Japanese instructor once told me, he said, if you are knowledgeable in what you do and what you have learned it, then it doesn't matter what level kata you do, you should be able to perform it at black belt level.
Yes.
You feel what I'm saying? The keys ingredients doesn't change because it's a lower kata, or mid-level kata, or advanced kata. It's still the same.
Yes.
It's your understanding of that kata which makes it the difference. That's why I always thought of anybody know, but I always say, well, show me Shihan Nidan. Then I might stop them at soon they do 3 or 4 moves. I said, okay, that's enough. But I didn't finish it. I said, but I saw what I wanted to see. What? How did you possibly see that? I said, well, okay. Now I write something down on a piece of paper and I put it. I said, okay, now do your advanced kata. And they go and do the advanced kata, and I said, okay. Then I show them the paper. They look at it. They be like, oh, so that means I need more work. I said, yeah. That's really what that means. You need more work. I said, if you do something, let's say, how do you become an expert? You do something 50 times, 100 times, or 1,000 times?
1,000 times.
If you're going to know something and learn the inside and out, you must do at least 10,000 times. Think about it. If you do it 10,000 times, you get to know the inner quirks of the sequence of that kata.
Yeah.
And once you know that, then you should be able to do that kata in reverse.
Yeah.
or I can tell you pick up a movement 17 and go forward.
Yeah.
So if you know that kata, you should be able to do this.
Yeah.
Because what did they first take down? You understand. You start on a point, the umbasan. You start at umbasan and then you end back off of them. Some of the kata, depending on what it is, it might be off the point where you started, forward, to the left, to the right, or back.
Yes.
Depending on the kata. But the thing is, if you know it, then Sensei used to say, I want you to take these. He showed them. Okay, now do the so many self-defense in that move. And a lot of people go like, huh? What do you mean? Why are you scratching your head? You know what I'm saying? Either you know it or you don't know it.
Definitely.
If you can't demonstrate the movements, that means you don't know the kata.
Hanshi, tell us about what you was telling Mike and I about the different animal aspects in the katas.
Oh well.
And how many are there as far as?
Well,
named after. I should say.
Okay, let me give you like for instance. Not all katas has animal names. That's number one.
Yeah. But
some of the katas have names that a lot of people not even knowledgeable do not know that they have names or have a illusion to a name. Yeah. Like for instance, Basadar. People say, "Well, what is it?" See, this is an energy form. It's the penetrative fortress. It's to break through. If you come to a wall, you can't get nowhere else to go. You need to break free. What you got to do? You got to penetrate it. You got to break through it and go through it and make your escape.
Yeah.
Let's go to one of my favorite katas, Goju Shio Sho or Dai. A lot of people saying those are 54 steps or 54 directions. Initially, this kata was called the woodpecker form. But some of those old school people told it was called the tiger form because of the elements of the kata. You know, then you have the crane, Gengaku, crane on a rock. It emulates a crane standing on one leg, one wing up and one wing down. Yeah. If it's reflecting a cobra move, it could be step with one leg up and then reflect the cobra. You say, how can a crane reflect a cobra or a mongoose? Why? Because the wings don't have no nerves. Yeah. Just reflect it. If you take a feather and flick across somebody's eye, don't they not close their eye because now you don't cut their eye with a feather? Yeah. You know? Same thing with a piece of paper. You know? Another kata, this is the one I like, Wong Kong. It's not an allusion to an animal at all. It's a drunk form. Yeah. The drunken monk to be, the drunken monk. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shinto is another form that refers to a crane. And believe it or not, most of the katas in Shotokan have the yin and the yang. Tiger, crane. Those are the two most important elements of the Shotokan, the tiger and the crane. Because those are the two of the most powerful in any martial artist you take. You're going to see the two highest levels you're going to know is the crane and the tiger. This is when you ride. If you go back to one of them old movies and watch with Palme, what the two disciples had to do, they had to combine the crane and the tiger to eat in order to beat Palme.
Yep. Speaking about that, let's talk about a little about the fall of Shaolin and the spread of the arts to different parts like Okinawa and different parts of the islands.
Well, that's a good question because Shaolin didn't flourish to other areas of the Rukus. That's what the color change was called back in the day, from the mainland to the little small islands and out to Okinawa, Japan, and Hawaii and all them other little small islands throughout the Pacific. Um, a lot of monks learned. A lot of envoys came in, learned at Charlotte, and then they left,
Mm-hmm.
or would go to other exports, which will have to be dignitaries.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that went to other areas. And most of the people that learned was generals, very famous generals. You know what I'm saying? Because in order to be a general, you had to be a scholar and a fighter.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what made you a general, because you had to know the
Yeah.
you had to
Positioning
know
on
the
the
ins and
battlefield.
outs of
Yeah.
war. You know what
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So now fast forward into the fall of Shaolin. You see, a lot of people knew there was Shaolin and there was Wu Tang. There was two
Mm-hmm.
different aspects of the yin and the yang, was different two sides of the apple, just like the egg etiquette,
Mm-hmm.
whatever Catholic and Christian. You
Yeah.
know, the Christians and the Protestant. It's the
Yeah.
etiquette of the egg. You know, that's the difference of the two.
Yeah.
But and when the Shaolin fall, when it started to spread, people say, well, the martial art came after it fell. No, it did not.
Mm-hmm.
It was already there before it fell.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And contrary to what a lot of people believe, what now people are starting to understand, if you go back and read all those old texts, it tells you that Shaolin itself was founded by somebody who came from the dark continent.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
If you
Yes.
read Masoyama book, or This is Karate, or you go by read the Korean book, or whatever book, or whatever you see, they never gonna say what the name of that continent. All they're gonna say dark continent.
Yes. Yes.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yes.
So us being Nubian people, we know what that meant.
Yeah. Buddy
And
Dama.
not somebody's not going. Even though you go to Shaolin, you're gonna see our color faces on the walls.
Yes. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna say, people gonna be like, what? They weren't yellow or Caucasian? Sorry, they were not.
Because just like brother Helu said, all different societies they had to develop fighting systems.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? They had to, because they had to protect their people, their women, their children. So they had to develop fighting systems.
Exactly. The oldest fighting system on this planet came out of the dark continent.
Yes.
You don't have to take my word. It's documented. It's all in the national museums and all of them people all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
But the way we've been taught and been told is contrary. But you can't hold that. These young people coming about, they don't believe that garbage that people are putting in the education system today.
Mm.
What? Man, you full of it. You know what I'm saying? But as I said, the Shaolin man may have sparked the fire to where the martial art blown to where it was because of the outbreak of war. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And people needed to learn how to defend themselves at a very high level skill.
Yes.
You know.
And they had a devotion to it. They practiced it all the time.
That's right.
Mastered it.
And they had to practice it. Sometimes it was outlaw. Oh no, you can't do Shaolin. You can't do this. You can't do this. So they disguised it in a dance.
Yes, yes, yes.
You know what I'm saying? They'd be out there dancing, performing the arts in front of they think they're looking at a show, and they got, it's okay, I'll put a show on for you, but I'm gonna also at the same time practice my art.
Yes, yes.
You
just like they did do capoeira.
That's right. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying?
They made it like a African ballet, I guess.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Absolutely. And that's one connection that was, no matter what nationality it was, all over. The Indian did it. Yes. The Hawaiian, I ain't gonna say Hawaii, I'm gonna say the Polynesians.
Yeah, Polynesians.
You know what I'm saying? The Okinawans, they were doing it because when you go on, you see stuff, you're going to see there's a connection to the way the Gulf Stream rolled, how they were able to travel from one island to another.
Yes.
Because of the Gulf Stream. Yes. They were able to return at different times of the season.
Yes.
You see, and this is the reason why you see people of us everywhere you went. And that's why you have people that say, well, how can, I said, we knew about the world before they did. And I'm going to leave it to you on that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what they say. You know what the word says. That was first will be last, and what that's last will be first.
Yep. Yep.
So no matter how you look at it, we still got people.
True indeed. True indeed. Speaking of a similar topic, let's talk about the African samurai, Yazuke.
Well, what the being as tall as the brother was to be the first black samurai to come into Japan, and
because you know that's the name of your series, the Black Samurai. That's
oh
gonna be the
really?
name of because
Well, I'm honored
you know
because I'm very honored and touched because only a very few people knew that I performed in the Mouse Castle and doing the performing Iaido. I'm very good with weapons and sword. I had another Italian kid that me and him used to perform in front of the Miyazaki, Maynard Minor, Okazaki, and all them people. When they came into the board, there was two people that was out there. Me and this kid named the Italian kid named Joey. We performed the samurai. And in fact, we did a duel with live blades. You know what I'm saying?
We'll talk about that a little later for another segment.
Yo, right, that's right. That's a story all to itself, man. And a lot of people be, what?
Let's not give
them crazy.
Let's not give them too much. Let's not give them too much yet. We bring that up a little later. Yeah, so going back on Yazuki, you know, let's talk about him a little more because he was a retainer for the originally from the African continent.
That's right.
I think he served under Oda Nobunaga.
Nobunaga.
Yeah, 1579.
Nobunaga was one or two of the great generals of that time.
Yeah. But I heard he was also there when he was basically executed or he took his life. Also, he was there at that time. I think I was reading up about that. Could you elaborate on that?
Well, when the honor of a samurai is based on their honor. If they want to go into the afterlife, if you want to maintain their status and their family maintain their status, because if you did something that was disloyal to the shogun or to the daimyo, you, the samurai, and your whole family was executed. So that's when the seppuku and the harikari, all that. Seppuku was a thing when harikari when you did commit suicide and you killed yourself, disembowelment. Seppuku is when something you had. It's a two-part thing: yourself and somebody that was your friend was your second. When you disembowel yourself, then that person, cause of mercy, would behead you, clean cut. So the samurai, whenever you came and was a very famous statement between the Ronins. The same thing that happened to them when they were disgraced, and they went out to when the shogun told them not to go after the people that who killed their master. They went after him and killed him. So for them to maintain their household and the child, their son was spared, then they had to commit seppuku. The same thing with this, when you see a lot of people now are starting to understand about the black samurai, how much we had an influence there, where they were trying to make sure there was no black samurai.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm not mistaken, the dude was almost 6 feet tall, so he stood out like like a giant. You know, here these people were barely 5 feet tall. And he came around and was taught the art of the samurai and was given the status of samurai, which is not no easy thing to get.
Yes.
You know, and being not Oriental. It was gaijin. It was a gaijin. You know, gaijin means you are not of that culture. You're an outsider.
How about kokojin?
Kokojin means black person.
Yeah.
You know, kokojin was, you know, a lot of people say, well, kokojin. Well, kokojin refers to the black people per se, you know, you know, you see, that's me, person of dark skin, dark complexion.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
You know.
Yes. All right. We come to another segment. It's called Combo Mambo. All
I hope
right.
that's about food. Combo Mambo.
No, Combo Mambo is talking about different combinations that you love. You know, if you want to share about, you know, finding combinations, kata combinations, you know.
Well, my favorite comic experience always has been what they call Uizui Gayakazuki Mageti.
Mm-hmm.
What that means? Lead punch, reverse punch, follow with reverse punch right away, front kick.
Mm.
And then if that didn't go through Uizui Gayakazuki Mageti, Mawashi Geti.
Mm-hmm.
Or Yoko. Or I throw a back kick every now and then. Or Getty. Mawashi Getty. You know what I'm saying? Most people back in the days when the movie was coming out just called me the headhunter. And you came strong, I came back at you strong. You came strong, I came back at you stronger. And a lot of time I got disqualified because of excessive contact.
Yes.
You know? If you come out, you ain't gonna come out there, you gonna hit wham, and then boom. You fall back, okay. Good one. Now I'm coming back at you. Wham! Wham! Then when I give it,
you better be able to take it and give it
you
back.
gotta be able to take it. Now you get an attitude because I gave it back to you. Now you want to come back on me strong. Then that's when it went.
Yes.
Okay. So you also so that's how you want to go. Okay. Boom. Disqualification. Either I hit him with a jump roundhouse kick to the head or a spin back kick to the face. Back in the day when we used to fight back in the days, back in Empire tournaments and nationals and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna mention the name. I kicked the number 2 world champion right out of the fucking ring. Jump back kick, boom, right out of the damn ring. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say who, but you know who you are. You know what? You know what I'm saying? But you know, like I said, my thing was like the combination. It was keep it simple. Don't put too much complication to it. Where it became more a natural flow. Mm-hmm. That's where your hand and feet have to flow together in unison. You know what I'm saying? It can't be hand, then feet, in the combination. It had to be a flow. It had to be a flow, a combination, just like that. It had to be flowing. You thought it happened. That's how it had to be. You know what I'm saying? If you had to give a thought as to what your next technique going to be, then you're already lost. You know?
What year did you start Dan Kai?
I started Dan Kai in 1969. That's when I moved from Brooklyn. When I got in here, actually it came by fluke. My mama said, "Well, y'all going down there into the basement? Y'all trust my son?" She said, "Yes." She said, "I'm not responsible once y'all go in that basement. I don't want you coming back up here complaining to me. My son done beat your behind or hurt you or something. I don't want to hear it." You know. Cool. For winning there, I should put it on when you come into the basement. Down these stairs you came, and through these portals you enter. Dan's dojo. So later on, instead of saying dojo, we say Dan family. You know, what Dan. That's what Ha come in. Ha means family. Yeah. Kai means member. That's what Dan Ha can mean. Dan's family, member of Dan's family. That's what that meant. You didn't have to be a Shotokan or what. If you was a martial artist, you was welcome. You know what I'm saying? I had a whole lot of fluid people that used to come down. We used to train.
But enter at your own risk.
Enter at your own risk. You know what I'm saying? Even Brother Lamumbo used to come out to my house, man, and we would be in the 40 projects training and that stuff. And I was still a pepper bro at the time. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In fact, I was a purple belt for about the longest time I can remember.
Oh man.
I would refuse to be a black belt or brown belt or black belt. I refused it because I didn't want it. Ain't with no parts of it.
Because when you and Catan came in, I think he was a green or you was a yellow when you got started. Because I think you two were never white belts.
No, when we came to EP, we were never no white belt. No, we never no white belt on EP. Sensei made us, gave our rank, and not just shortly after he raised us up to higher rank. I think he gave me a green and gave Catan purple belt.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, that's what it was.
And after that, and he didn't make it easy for us too when he came there. So first of all, we came there to fight, and he said, "Oh no, you guys gonna work out." You know what I'm saying? And the places we've been. I mean, me and Catan, we went to a lot of places, a lot of schools. That's how we became friends with a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because we came for real. We came with our heart. We didn't came with our bullshit about. Say, look, we came here to work out.
Yeah.
When y'all get ready to fight, we ready to fight.
Sure indeed.
You know, a lot of people, some schools going to lock the doors on us like they're gonna beat us up, and we the last man standing.
What year did you meet Sensei Al?
Al?
Yeah.
Rock?
Yeah.
Oh, he lived in Brooklyn with us.
Oh, okay.
So did Sweet. Sweet, all of us, we all lived around the Tompkins Park area.
Oh, wow.
See, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Mm-hmm. A lot of the people that was growing up then was blessed with all these people who came legendary much later. We was all kids running the same neighborhood.
Wow.
Learning from each other as we roll on. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A guy came and lent another cutter. Oh, where you get that cutter from? Let me see it. Oh, okay, let's do it. Boom, 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 boom. And then we thought, each one teach one. That's what we was doing. And that's how that phrase came about. Each one teach one. You know what I'm saying? It is something that went more over with Professor Powell to the Snoopers and all that went on. You know, it was always about you was in that little clique.
Yeah.
You had something, you shared it. If I had something, I shared it, and that's how it rolled.
Yeah, because iron sharpen iron. You know,
right.
Everybody helping each other.
Yeah.
What were some of the fun times that you could remember with your students? You know, at Dan Kai.
Fun time, traveling, going to the tournament, and the Ozawa, Kanazawa, Nishiyama, and all them people. Bouncy, Prince, taking my students to different places, and they meeting them and said, "Damn, these kids are all right." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, see, we wasn't one dimensional. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, my brother.
We taught the art. You know what I'm saying? I taught it the way I received it, so that way it wasn't watered down. It just kept going flourish. So when the next one teach, they'd be able to teach it the same way. You know,
what are some of your favorite meals that from after the dojo or going to tournaments that you guys enjoy, that you love, that you say to yourself, you know what, after the tournament I'm gonna go get this?
Well, the most famous meal that we used to go get because it was easy and quick to get was sake and sushi.
Oh wow!
You know, I had to go over to a Grandmaster Rico guy, man. I had to be in the city. If I've been to a tournament, I run into him. We go to the sushi place, sushi and sake, and we be eating and drinking, blah blah blah, like laughing and talking and going on. And then he said, "Come on, let's go to the dojo." We be all sake up, go to the dojo and be working out. You know what I'm saying? I think that during them time we was mostly like a lot of sake at the time and plum wine. We were really never into no heavy stuff because you had to get up and go to school or go to work or go teach or whatever the situation was at that time. Most time it was all three for me. You know, I go to a tournament, hang out, still had to come home, take that shower. Believe it or not, my favorite meal back in those days was a Guinness stout and an egg.
Oh yeah, because that gave you a lot of energy. That was the
Exactly. And then I had to go off, go
yeah,
to work,
yeah.
then go to school, then after
Mm,
school, go teach class.
mm, mm,
That I did that for a lot of years, man.
mm.
And incidentally, a lot of people didn't know that I was teaching. Sometimes I was teaching at 5 different schools at that
Yeah,
time. I had my own dojo in the mid '80s,
yeah, yeah.
which was unusual. I had my own dojo that on outright. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying?
mm.
Was running one of the biggest dojos in Long Island.
Wow.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Tell us
Which I
about that.
walked away from. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want no more puppy because I was doing 75 miles to and from. That's 150 miles per day.
Mm,
I did
mm.
that for 5 years, and it made money, but
Yeah.
you can't spend money when you're not able to when you're no longer here. You feel what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So I had to cut that back a little, And the people was always asking me, Sensei Clinkscales, are you available to come teach over here? And not wanting to say no to people, I was trying to do it, but it was impossible for me to do it.
Yeah.
Just like when I was doing it for the New York City housing,
Mm-hmm.
Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan, and Staten Island.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know they wanted me to be at all them places all at the same damn time? Impossible, brother.
They wanted you to have like 4 more black belts.
See, they wanted me to come there, teach somebody, they ought to take over the program,
Yeah.
But some of the people weren't willing to go through what I went through in
Mm.
order for them to understand what a teacher meant. Just
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you got to black belt didn't mean you was a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because you got to black belt didn't mean you were able to teach what you learned.
Yes. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And then it also didn't mean that was you teaching it correctly.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You really had to know the elements, the keys of anything. One was the expansion and contraction of your breath or your muscles. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Your breath.
Yes.
The in and out.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yes.
The hard and soft elements of the technique.
Yes.
Now that hard and soft can also mean if you were blocking sun by reflecting it with a soft reflected move like a Wing Chun block,
Yeah.
or you were doing a hard block
Yeah.
like
Firm.
a,
Yeah.
and breaking their arm
Yeah.
or breaking their leg. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Not all thing was to parry. Some was to apply injury.
Yes.
Mm.
Mm.
So like I said, it depends on your scope and what degree that or pain you want to deliver.
Yes.
And I should tell people this. You probably heard me say it a lot of times. I never did have to execute more than 30% of my strength
Mm-hmm.
in order to exercise the technique. If I went more than 30%, that means my intention was to hurt you real bad permanently.
Yeah. Yeah. What you think is one of the differences of a lot of martial artists today than martial artists back then?
Oh, good question. Back then, when you got a reputable teacher, it was not diluted.
Mm-hmm.
It was pure. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes.
It came from the teacher's from the master's mouth to the teacher's mouth to your mouth. Man. It wasn't time for them to arrange like today. Everybody want to be a freaking master. You know what I'm saying? And I still have a problem with that. Titles are good. Don't get me wrong. Titles are good. You know what I'm saying? But how can you be 22 years old and be a grandmaster of something?
Mm-hmm.
You hadn't been on this earth long enough to be a grandmaster of something, unless you came in this world being a what? A genius.
Yes.
You got what? 190 something, 200 something IQ.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't so because every once in a while you only get a nominee, a prodigy like that, maybe once every 100 years.
Yeah.
And that's an exceptional person that can see some analyze it, boom, 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 and he doing it like if he been doing it all his life.
True
You know.
indeed.
Now, today's martial artists, they have all of the technology available to them that was not available to us at that time.
Mm-hmm.
What we learned, we had to get from the teacher or from the senior or student. You know what I'm saying? In order to get the next technique. You had to be work, and perfect that technique. Today they got the YouTube, you got the video. Shoot, back in the days, we had something called what's that little 50 millimeter thing that should be run about 28 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that put it in the damn machine and look at it, and the quality of the damn movie was very poor. Mm-hmm. That's if you was able to afford one of those at that time, you know. Yeah. I don't know about you. I wasn't able to afford one of them days. You know what I'm saying? We had one TV in our house, and it had a damn coat hanger for a damn antenna. We had to keep moving in order to get a damn picture. You know, but people that say, well, I live like this. Oh hell, you live what? Nigga, I live the best time. I ain't saying we was poor. We lived in our own house. My grandparent had. Mm-hmm. We had 3 meals a day. Mm-hmm. We had clothes. We went to school. We had I was blessed to have both of my parents and my grandparents in the household. Mm. So I was blessed. So I wasn't raised with a single parent household.
Yeah.
In my household, my grandmother ruled. Mm. You know what I'm saying? Mm. Be home before that street lamp came on.
That's that matriarchal type thing.
You know what I'm saying? They be looking at you, be playing outside, doing cut out there. You be like, oh crap, the light getting come on. Gotta go. Boom. You know what I'm saying? That's the time he'll tell you, man.
What are some of the martial arts things that you have on your bucket list that you haven't done?
What I want to do is go to Kanazawa Dojo in Japan and train at his dojo. The new Kanazawa's son, Kacho, has taken over his spot since he's passing. I want to go to that dojo and train there in his dojo. Mm-hmm. I trained him here in this country and all places all over this country with him, for years and stuff. And I also want to travel out to Hawaii. And one of the guys there that was from the one of the Polynesian arts. I'm going to go there just to be there, just to train at that dojo because it's a very famous dojo. Mm-hmm. And what a lot of the people today is being very controversial because a lot of the techniques that they are doing, they are saying, are making a comparison to the katas and the stuff of Japan and Okinawa. Mm-hmm. They said there is a flow, flow. Then we go back to that Gulf Stream again.
Yeah.
How the people from the Shaolin, all the different parts of the world, how they did that Gulf Stream with the different parts of the world, different islands, and start teaching. Yes. Adrian Impressionato was one of those. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. With the Grand Papa, I like to go to that dojo and get something firsthand from them. Mm-hmm. I don't know how to get much, to get a couple of techniques, stick techniques, knife techniques, or whatever. Yeah. Because I was fortunate in my journey to have been learning something with the Sayad brothers and sister Sayad, which is also the nephew to Dan Ostano. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I was able to meet him and Remy Posadas, who was the Grand Papa at that time. Yeah. That was back in the mid 70s. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So we was able to do poly songs and all of that kind of stuff. And but that's something for a different story, you know what I'm saying? But
before we move on, I just wanted to humbly share some roses with Kenji-san, because they've been around for forever.
Well, that's my man.
That's why I started talking about
That's my man.
Because,
whoa, come on, I know them since I was a teenager. You hear what I'm saying?
And this is why I said I gotta bring this up, because I went there to buy some uniforms, and we talking and everything, talking about Bo Peep, talking about Sensei Bouncy, talking about everybody else, and I said, but my man told me to come over here, to check you guys out because because we've been coming in here and they've been coming in here ever since they were kids too, and he was like, who? I said, Hanshi, Clinkscale. He was like, what? What? You know Danny's Clinkscale? I was like, I said, yeah. I said, yeah. I said, yeah, that's my man. I said, Hanshi and I go back because he's EP. And it's like, oh my goodness. Tell him I said hi. He's such a good guy. You know what I mean? They were we were talking about you and Catan and everybody for at least an hour in there. That's why I said, I definitely got to bring them up because
that's my piece, man. Every time I go to New York, I stop in and see them.
They've done so much for the community.
Oh yeah, no doubt, man. And people don't give them props, man.
Yeah,
they don't give them props,
Yeah, providing such good service. That's why I said, in this segment of Share the Roses, we got to definitely share some roses to them because they definitely deserve that acknowledgement. You know what I mean? And
no doubt.
They've been doing things for a long time.
Yeah. Man, not only that, man. Every time I went over there, man, it was like a training odyssey, man. Mm-hmm. I was in there talking one day. Who I run into? Grandmaster Wally J.
Oh my goodness.
He was like, oh, and one of his senior black bros said, oh, you know who this is? I said, oh yeah. Well, so I said, hold on a minute. I don't have the book with me, so I bought a book. I said, sign this book for me. He said, I do better than that. We start doing techniques inside of Kenji's son. And Kenny took a picture of it and put it up in the dojo, and he gave me the picture. No, not hidden. The wife gave it to me much later after Kenji passed away. Mm-hmm. And I went back there. He said, "Yo, I have something I want you to have." And he gave me the picture, and and that touched me so much, man, because the spirit of Grandmaster Wally J was there, man. I can go on and on, man. Like Billy Davis, people like just come to my dojo, just come there, share their knowledge. Yeah, I used to have a lot of people that come there. Like I said, there was no tunnel vision with me growing up or to where I'm at now. Mm-hmm. You came with your gi. I tell people right away, in here, you check your attitude at the door, because once you come in here, we all one people, we one family. Yeah. And people came and they knew that. They came and trained, and we trained hard. We had people that came all the way from New Zealand, 25 deep. You hear what I'm saying? Came all the way from New Zealand to New York. Went to Miyazaki school. They came to my dojo. Trained there, man. We went out, boom, 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 train, man. Since it was my dojo, we stayed there as long as we want. Yeah. And then when they left there, they want to see my boy in London, Kevin Brewster, which is another good friend of mine. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He wrote the book, The Secret of Winning. It's a winning attitude. And he wrote that book, Kevin Brewster. It's a good book to have in your library also. And I'm showing my age, man. You're going back, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not ashamed, man. Sure. I soon be 70 years old, man. So, wow. And I've been training. Back in the days when it was like karate. You train. You didn't open your damn mouth. You came in, you said, "Os." You went in that training room, and you was dressed and ready 15 minutes before the class start. You hear what I said? 15 minutes. You don't show her there 1 minute past the hour or 5 minutes past the hour talking about you came to the church. That was taboo back then. No, sorry. You weren't training that day if you came late. You know what I'm saying? And that's and some people still teach the old way like that. And but lately, the younger generation, they get away with murder with that. They kind of like dictate to the sensei how things going to be ran.
That's that lack of discipline.
And not only that, the parents.
And the humility.
Exactly.
We're going to go into right now, we got the main course coming. All right, we got the main course coming right now. Now, the main course is 10 multiple choice questions. Okay. All right, that I'm going to ask you. All right, and then you're going to answer them, okay? What was the name of the brothers who produced the most martial arts movies on Channel 5 back in the days? Was it the Four Brothers? Was it the Shaw Brothers? Or was it the Big Brothers?
Shaw Brothers.
Yes, good job, my brother.
Shaw
Yes.
Brothers. Shaw Brothers. Most of the movies back in them days was Shaw Brothers. You know what I'm saying? Because they controlled the industry at that time.
Yep. All right, number two. What was the name of the weapon that Santa made in Master Killer? Was it a bow staff? Was it a nunchucks? Or was it a 3-section staff?
Triple iron.
Yes, it was the 3 sections. Yep.
Because and the way he came to that conclusion was very interesting about how the mind works as a martial artist. But you see animals, you doing certain things, you see how a thing breaks.
Yep.
You see how it covers your body and protects yourself from 3 sides. And you say, whoa. And it had the flexibility of a nunchuck and the flexibility of a chain.
Yes. What country is Shaolin Temple? Australia, China, or America?
That's China, man.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
And the most famous part of the temple of Shaolin was called Jion Temple.
Jion?
Jion.
The name of Bruce Lee's teacher was Tip Man, Geek Man, Thai Man, or Ip Man?
Ip Man.
Yes.
Some people, I hear people say IP Man.
So
but it's pronounced Ip Man.
Yep. In the movie 5 Deadly Venoms, the animals were the snake, centipede, toad, scorpion, and what's the last one? Was it the Black Panther, the killer bee, the mosquito, or the lizard?
Lizard.
Yes. That's what I'm talking about. What was the name of the movie character that Wesley Snipes played in as a hybrid vampire? Was it Blade 1, Blade 2, Blade 3, or all of the above?
All of the above. It was Blade.
All right. All right. Tom Doja was ran by who? Ron Van Cliff?
Come on, man.
Professor Edward Pugh, George Cofield, or Cedro Mutakabe?
Grandmaster George Cofield.
Yes.
He used to be on Fulton Street, man. I used to go up there, man. Them dudes, my first went in there. And incidentally, Speedy Leacock was one of my good friends. You know what I'm saying? And the twins there was the dynamic twins was there, Melvin and Calvin. But Speedy, man, me and him, boy, I also always say, yo, show me those 5 kicks in the air, man. Let me see those. Yeah, me and him stayed good friends all the way up when we moved to Queens, man. We just always go to each other's dojo, man, and help each other out, man. He would never let me spar his student because me and him had to spar. He would never let nobody spar his student.
What was the name of the fighting system that Bruce Lee developed? Was it Hongar, Wing Chun Fist, or Jeet Kune Do?
Jeet Kune Do.
All right. Name the black martial artist that starred in the 1977 film Enter the Dragon. Was it Chuck Norris, David Spade, or Jim Kelly?
Jim Kelly.
All right, last one. Which martial arts style got its foundation from judo? Brazilian jiu-jitsu, kickboxing, or Krav Maga?
Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Yes. Got all 10 of them right, my brother. Got all 10 of them right. All right, before we get to the last session, which is kicking the facts, where you're going to tell me about the incident with you and Brother Joe and the swords. All right? I
thought you said it's going to be another segment, man.
we're gonna get into I think one of the deeper things people don't realize that keep you together as a martial artist, that keeps you focused, that keeps you grounded. We're gonna talk about your family, talk about your wife, your kids, things of that nature, my brother.
Yeah. My wife, man, very nice woman, man, even though she put up with a lot of stuff where a lot of women won't tolerate. Especially during the days I had to go to a lot of tournaments. It cost me to travel a lot. Never miss work though. In fact, my job was very up on it, man. They would say, I said, look, I got a tournament in Las Vegas, or I got to go to Canada. My teacher's coming from Japan, or there's a dignitary, or there's a big promotion, or one of the guys coming in from North Carolina, man, we're going to have a big testing thing going on. My boss said, well, I know how you feel about this, so you don't need to be telling me you're not going to go, because you would just take the day off any damn way. I said, yeah. Yeah, but my kids, all my kids was trained from the time they start walking. All of my kids. It wasn't an option with them. All my kids was trained.
How many kids
it became second nature for them.
How many kids do you have?
I have 8 kids.
Wow.
4 boys and 4 girls.
Wow. That's a big family right there. You got the basketball team ready.
Oh yeah. And most of the time back in those days when I rode with my class, my kids was in it. I never identified them as being my kid. It was all students. I never put out, that's my child. That's my daughter. That's my son. Look, it was none of that. Yeah, never had me come down to the dojo, come down to HQ and say, that's my kid. You knew who my kid was. Yeah, I ain't gonna go out this way. That's my kid. Be easy. Oh, hell no, that didn't happen that way. You earned your right. In fact, I was harder on them than I was on the regular kids.
Wow.
And people said, like my oldest son, I made him wear a brown belt for more than 5 years.
Wow.
And when he was in the finals fighting, all the masters came over to me, Rico, God, George, Creighton, me, all they do just surrounded me. They said, we watched this kid grow up. We know what he's capable of. Will you stop? Let him wear that brown belt. Or we gonna give him a promotion right here and there. I said, well, that's what you mean. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, that is
so
deep.
They came to him, they gave him his black belt right there in the ring. They took the brown belt off. So I took the brown belt, I kept it in my hand, they put the black belt around him, and I told him like this, I said, well, son, they gave it to you here, but you gotta do the black, you gotta earn the black belt the way we do in our dojo, right? We don't give black belts away.
You gotta earn that.
You damn right. You gotta go to the gauntlet, man. Come on. That way, somebody walk over and hand you something, you won't respect it. They just give it to you. When you went through it and earned it, you go through the trials and tribulation of it, then you have more respect for that belt.
Well, now we come down to that part called kicking the facts. All right. Now, I want to know about that situation between you and Sensei Joe. You know what I mean?
Oh, man. Well, a lot of people know this story because when me and Joe were asked to perform a demonstration for the masters and the visiting dignitaries that was there. So we decided to do it EI drill. There was this segment we do like there's five katas that we do signal this side, do these 5 katas facing each other as a duel. And the blades that we used was live blades because that's how we was trained. And we came up with the Bokuto, then to from the board, and then to a sharpened blade, and then to a live blade as you make the progressions. So during this time, Miyazaki was looking at us. He was asking us, "Oh, you gonna do EI?" You sure? I said, Oster said we're gonna do EI. So we out there, we doing it. And at that time, Joey got long, flowing, curly hair, man, being the Italian boy as he is, And And I said, no, he was, this is equally talented, man. We will do, man. We will be missing each other by inches. We be blocking. Wow. Wow. So back up 3 steps. Then come at it just again, attacking. Wow, we block, parry, cut, move back 3 steps. Move, This the last cut. He parried a little bit more to my right than he was supposed to, and I did a katsugari. I went right up, and as I'm cutting, I see his hair flying up in the air.
Oh.
He's I mean, just flying up in the air, and people like looking at, whoa, those are live blades.
Wow.
So after they said Yummy, they told us to say Yummy. That's when all of them realized they didn't realize we were doing live blades. That's when they said Yummy. And they start, we bow, and Miyazaki and all the dignitary motion us up to the head. What are y'all guys crazy? And from that day on, every time they come over, like we had black masters, Asian masters that was in our little clique we go to and travel with. And they used to say, well, then, yo, he come from Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying? Blah, 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 blah. He's good. He's strict. Shut kind of. He said, but he knows his stuff. So every time one comes, no matter, they ask us to come to Philadelphia, ask us to come to Canada, Maine, whatever, we'll go. And when we go, we'll be, me and Joey's will be the entourage to sit with their wives, keep them company until they go do what they can. They came back, and then we went on to the show, or to the seminar, or to the tournament. Yeah, you wasn't trusted to be in the inner circle. You had to be within the inner circle in order to sit with them, or you wasn't allowed. Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? We was doing that way back when, and people will give us stuff, and I got so many certificates on my wall that the master signed and gave me stuff. And at that time, I would be like, okay, you gave me another one. People say, what? Dude, you know what you got? What? What do I got? I can't spend it? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He said, but yo, man, it's accreditation, man. I said, yeah. I said, respect. Don't get me wrong. I love it. Sweet talk to about. I said, yo, man, you're the most humblest dude I know, man. You act like that stuff don't mean nothing. I said, my heart is here, man. I'm true to the heart. I go. I'm not gonna be the one sitting on the side of the dojo, sitting on the side watching. Yep. Us, sensei, how you doing? Permission to work out with your dojo. Us, I'll go back there and stay. I'll come out now and work out. You want to teach? No, I'm gonna work out first. I'll work out with the class. Then I'll share some stuff. There's like a time I was in Philadelphia, not Philadelphia, in Virginia, Virginia Beach. I was visiting my son when he had got his first condo down in Virginia Beach. Went down there to visit. So he drive me around. He said, oh, Pop, this is Shotokan school over here, man. He said, he knows you. I said, I don't know nobody over here in Virginia Beach. So I go to the dojo. The guy said, what? You don't remember? Man, you fought in Las Vegas. I said, yeah, I fought a lot of people, man. I said, I ain't gonna remember a lot of people's names, man, or faces and stuff, man, But in his day, he told me, so I came there, and he showed me this picture, this kid with this afro, and back in those days, he had this big old afro, and this had a braid that come down with the widow's peak, the widow's peak. I was braided, and then it came down my nose like that back in those days. And he had that picture. I said, oh, Dick, I guess, man, you do know each other. I said, that's an old picture, bro. He said, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? He said, those were the best days, man. He said, what you doing here? I said, I'm here with just my son. He said, oh, yeah. He wanted to bring my godson here. He told me to check it out. I said, okay, I'm here to check it out. So we got on the floor. He asked me to teach him some cards. I said, whoa. Let me work out with your class. Let me see how you teach. Let me get in the class. I'm a student now today. So I get in the class. We working out, boom, boom. I just want to get the flow of how he teach. Yeah. Then I know if he teaches and I accept what he teaches, I know he's ready to teach my grandson. Yeah. And to which my son could have taught him himself because he has a black belt.
Yeah.
But but he don't have the time because he's an electrical engineer for the Department of Navy.
Yeah.
So make a long story short, I go there, then I start teaching. When he asked me to teach, I said, okay. I never tell a guy that he had permission to teach my grandson.
Mm-hmm.
I told my son, I said, okay, you got my permission that he can teach. He's capable of teaching.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get back to New York. As I get back to New York, this dude slipped in my bag 5 $100 bills in an envelope.
Wow.
Saying, thank you very much. Please let me know when you come back to Virginia so that you can come to my dojo and teach the class.
Oh my God.
To this day, I out of respect, every time I go to people, even in New York, people, anywhere I go, people ask me to teach because they like the knowledge I give them. And I give a full explanation of what I'm showing you. Now explain what I'm doing and why I'm doing it this way.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And then they will say, wow, a lot of people don't take the time to explain it to us. I said, well, that's not what I was taught. I said, back in the days, we had a book.
Yeah.
You had to write down stuff.
Yeah.
A thing which over the years became section for Don Hakai.
Yeah, manuals.
A manual. This is the book that I have compiled over the year from every time I was on the belt all the way up to black belt. And every time I go to a class or somebody, I take notes just to say who I learned this technique from and the reason why they were explaining the technique this way. Because I give accreditation to the people that give me. I said, look, no, that's not my technique. I learned it from this brother. Yeah. What I did was took it and added this technique to it. Mm-hmm. They'd be like, oh, wow, man, a lot of people won't even say that. And I said, well, I'm not most people. I said, I know I wasn't on this world by myself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And one for brother like Lumumba that was, when me and Gaton was coming up, Lumumba would take us and teach us katas that we didn't call Hangetsu. Mm-hmm. I learned that kata for brother Lumumba. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And we didn't even know Hangetsu. We didn't know that kata existed. Wow. Because all we knew was the Hyans, the Teki, Basadai. Mm-hmm. Teki 1, 2, 3, Basadai, and Kankuda. We didn't know there was kata beyond that. And to be quite frank, a lot of the black folks back at that time didn't even know beyond that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because that's the hidden mysteries of katas.
Exactly, man. What we talking about? What? Hengetsu? There ain't no kata by that name. And sure enough, it was. Later on, we found out that it was. And then I have a friend with a lot of people that would take me, would say, well, I know you're very humble, bro. So no problem. Come to my dojo, and I will show you this kata. Go to the dojo, show you doing the kata. And I go back, Katana and learn something. He'll teach it to me, or I learn something. I'll teach it, or vice versa. We'll learn it together, and we'll critique it with each other.
So Hanshi, if any other people out there want to get in touch with you or know what's going on with you, how can they do that?
Well, if they want to contact me, they can send me an email with Don Hakai and Don Hakai at net zero. Mm-hmm. Send me an email. Yeah. I have a student that's Popeye, and I got students all over the place that's teaching. Mm-hmm. But me per se, I'm taking advantage of this newfound freedom. You know what I'm saying? I've been teaching. Constant, man, teaching. In the last 2 years, I've been down here in Florida, relaxing, working out, talking to people, and going to other people's dojos and taking advantage of their dojos and working out with them. Still learning, brother, because for me, I'm a student of the way. I'm always gonna be a student of the way. I'm never gonna be one of those to say, well, my glass is always full. It's half empty because there's always a room for knowledge. Because the martial art is ongoing process. You understand? You can't get to a point and say, okay, I'm not doing no more.
Yeah.
If you do that, then you reach your peak.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And then you lessen the knowledge that you would have acquired if you kept going on and doing research and traveling. That's why we refer to this as Kinkyukai. Kinkyukai means the Institute of Training and Research. It doesn't matter what style you do.
Mm-hmm.
I go, you teach, we do.
Yes.
You know, I can't come to your dojo and say, no, don't do it this way. We're going to do it this way. No, that's your dojo. Let's see what you offer.
Yeah.
Hey, you might do something. That's a damn. That's a different aspect.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's brilliant.
Yeah. Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Thank you, my brother.
Again, they come back to each one teach one.
Yes, Hanshi Dan, Clinkscales. Yes, that's what I'm talking about, my brother. Long time. Definitely
oh
happy.
Man.
Yeah, we've been on here for an hour and a half doing.
What? This sounds like 5 minutes. An hour and a half? Are you serious?
Yeah, we've been on here an hour and a half kicking it.
We haven't gotten into the good one.
That's gonna be for
part two. Hold on a minute. Let me share something with you, real quick. This is like a history chart.
Oh wow.
You know what I'm saying? Look at those patches.
Yeah, you gotta move it to the left a little because I can see the right. There we go. Yeah, you can move it back and forth. Wow, that's dope. Wow.
And each one of them patches I have international certification in.
That is deep, my brother.
What?
That is deep.
Well, like I said, that's just a little something I wanted to share with you.
Mm-hmm.
But one day.
Matter of fact, who you going for? You going for LeBron or you going for KD? The All-Star game.
The All-Star game comes at 8 o'clock tonight, right?
Nah, I think it comes at 8. I think the skills and drills come on at 6:30 or something like that.
Okay. I just want to see the All-Star play basketball, man, because I wish LeBron or KD. I'm going with the East Coast, man, because I'm West Coast, okay, but I'm an East Coast, man. I'm East Coast. East Coast got to represent.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I think that's more KD team. KD has more East Coast guys on his team.
Yeah, he do.
You know?
So I'm an East Coast, man. So therefore, I'm going with East Coast. You know, because that'll be a topic of a different day when we go back. When we talking about who do you think who your best fighters from the East Coast and the West Coast back in the day.
You definitely know what I'm saying? We definitely
and people gonna be surprised in the names I said, and then they go say, "Whoa, oh yeah, I forgot about him or her." You know,
we should do that with Master Sabu because Master Sabu got a whole bunch of knowledge on fighters also.
Yeah, Sabu is one of them brothers, man. You show up to a tournament and you look across the ring, there's Sabu. You hear what I'm saying?
Just looking humble, like.
Right. Sabu's always going to be who he is, man. Ever since I known that brother, man. You look up, when you go places, man, you don't be looking because you're looking at the rings and where you got to compete in. And then you got a team or students with you that are going to be competing. You got to make sure you know where they are at.
Yeah.
You got to make sure that the parents understand what they're looking at and write notes and take pictures if they can or what's going on so that we can talk about it later when we get to the dojo or when we get back to the hotel room or back, whatever.
Yes,
and we talk about these things. We share these different things. Say, well, this is what you did wrong. This is how we're going to improve on this. You didn't do anything wrong today because let's take this as a learning tool for you to be better next time.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But brother, I appreciate this, man, because there's so much stuff in my head that I want to talk about. Yeah. A lot of people telling me to write about it. I got manuscripts that I started. I got several manuscripts I'm starting writing and stuff over the years.
Mm-hmm. And
I'm sure if I put them all together, I get one good book out of it. But I'm writing about different topics and things, and I got these people. This guy keep calling me up. Are you finished with the manuscript yet? Are you finished with the manuscript yet? Send it to us. Let us finish writing it for you. You just give us the particulars. I said, no, let me pen it in my own words. You know what I'm saying? But
Definitely, my
because
brother.
I got a thing of what we call the next 20 years of the samurai. You know, meaning us, the black samurais, us
Yeah.
here in the United States, the people who grew up in Brooklyn that were fortunate to have famous black martial artists that gave us was willing to share their knowledge with us. And to them, I always be endowed to them because they are respectful to them because to them, there would have been no me. Because if they didn't bring this knowledge back, we wouldn't even know what this martial art thing was,
Yes,
other
yes,
than
sir.
judo. Because judo back in them days was an Olympian sport,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. But my brother, definitely good talking to you.
It's
By
been good talking to you as well.
by the end of the day,
The next time we talk, we'll do this while I'm working out.
yes,
You just be talking to me as I work out or when we're doing
yeah,
different things,
yeah. Or you
you
could
know.
just what you could do also, you could take some videos or whatever and just send it to me and I'll edit it in here. If
Okay,
if
okay,
you
okay,
if
okay.
you do if you do
Oh man,
some
did you tell me that
techniques,
before?
yeah,
You did?
yeah,
Oh, then you should have hit me up and to remind me, man, because I be doing so much stuff around the house, man.
yeah,
You know, because
yeah.
once I get out there and cut that damn grass or this big ass yard, man, I don't.
Yeah. Nah, but because this is not gonna be aired for a minute because the next person I have Odetta Russell right now airing. The next one is Master Sabu.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm supposed to do Brown Sugar after that, but Brown Sugar I kind of want to redo hers because her picture was very grainy. It wasn't
Okay.
clear. And I don't really want to present her like that. You know what I mean? Because everybody else right now, their picture is clear. You could see them, you could hear them, and I could hear her, but I just feel that hers could be a little better.
All right, okay, that's good, that's good.
Yeah,
Because what I do, they give me time to work on some clips, and I'll just send
yeah,
it to you.
yeah,
Because I ain't gonna tell you what I'm gonna do yet. Because when I go
yeah,
in the dojo, I'll just stop filming what I'm doing.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know, because
yeah,
it's always what I'm gonna have to feel for. You know,
yeah.
because
And even stuff that we talked about because remember we talked about combo mambo. You know
uh-huh.
what I mean? We could do the combinations, and I could put some combinations in there.
Oh yeah, I can
Um,
do some routines with my
yeah,
training
yeah,
dummy. Yeah, I can
yeah,
do that. Yeah,
yeah. We
to
talked
show
about
them
it. Yeah,
some of how we do thing in EP. You know, some of
yeah,
the training stuff. You know
yeah. So
what
yeah,
where's the connection between our jujitsu and EP system, as long
yeah,
as when people see it, they see the roots.
yeah, yeah. So man, whatever you put, I just put it in because I did the same thing with Odette
Mm-hmm.
Sidago. Because she did her stuff. She sent it to me. I when certain parts she was talking, I took to that input it into the scene. So I could definitely do that also, and I
All
could
right.
also input it in the end. The end in certain parts with the music. So I
Okay.
could incorporate it like that also. All right.
All right. That's what I do. That gets my idea. In fact, I always like to make my notes. Okay.
All right. Cool.
And
So we're about to be out of here because yeah, I timed it. I'm gonna download this. Save it on on my um on my drive, and then I'll edit it. Well, no, what I'll do is I'll put it up on YouTube and let you see it, so you can
all
see,
right.
what
All
it's
right.
like.
Well, I'm gonna do some routines with the training dummy and do a kata, so that way you can edit that in there.
All right, cool.
All right.
All right, Us, thank you, my
Well,
brother.
Jumbo, my brother, all blessing be unto you and
Oh,
to
you
you and
too.
the. All right, and be safe in New York, man.
You too, man,
You
out
go down
there.
here and enjoy this 70 degrees weather.
Whatever. Peace.